Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the glaring issue that undermines the very tenets of democracy and justice: presidential immunity. This is my 2-minute tirade. Let's start the clock. The idea that our president or presidential candidate is immune from prosecution during an election year is bananas. Where exactly does it say that being a candidate during an election grants one a get-out-of-jail-free card? The last time I checked, the law was supposed to apply equally to every citizen of this great nation. Imagine this: you or I commit a crime, and what happens? We're arrested, we're tried, and if found guilty, we pay the price. But for the president, no, they just can waltz right through an election season without so much as a slap on the wrist. It's outrageous. It's a slap in the face of the very notion of accountability and to the bedrock upon which this country was founded, that of equal justice under the law. And what kind of message are we sending? That as long as you are in the most powerful position in the country, that you're above the law and that the rules don't apply to you? And that these are not just any rules we're talking about, but federal laws, constitutional mandates, and the kind of rules that are non-negotiable for the rest of us. Defying them shreds the mesh of our social contract and makes a mockery of the justice system itself. Election year or not, nobody should be above the law, not even or especially our president. As an elected office holder, he or she shouldn't say l'état c'est moi or I am the state. We like to say that the United States is the land of the free, but what freedom are we talking about when our highest elected officials can skirt the very laws they are sworn to uphold? Let me tell you, it's not just about freedom, it's a fast track to anarchy, chaos, and the breakdown of social order. You know, we already struggle with a lack of trust in our institutions. This notion of election year immunity not only perpetuates cynicism, allowing those in power to continue playing by a different set of rules, it deepens the divide between the governed and the governing, and it casts a dark shadow over the entire democratic process and our country's founding, dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. If we, the people, are expected to follow the law, then we should demand that our leaders do the same. Election year or not, president or not, anything less is just a failure of justice for one man, but it's a failure for democracy itself. And do not forget to look over here at this 2-minute tirade that you might be interested in, and over here at our White House Roundup. Thank you.